Welcome to ECNTRADE daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, since returning into corrective territory, the market bulls have reached their topside objective of 74.65, and from there is a mild pullback in motion. In light of the pattern, I feel the bulls will again intercept this pullback and eventually see a return from around the 73.70 level, and no doubt I feel the market will eventually take the challenge back towards 74.65 and maybe even go through there and head on towards 75 cents. In light of the pattern, I'm not going to get overly bearish at the bottom side of this range here due to the fact the recent pattern that's emerging from the Australian dollar that we shouldn't get too negative as we get closer towards 73.70. In light of the pattern, as I mentioned, the pullback may be brief and therefore look towards that top side 74.65 and could progress, as I say, up to around that 75-cent handle. The euro respecting the level of 107.50, along with that the US dollar, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, falls away from the 2-year highs around 101 and currently sits around 100.50, is that the bulls are taking an opportunity to reclaim some of the losses for the euro, that is, and looking towards that level of 108.65. Like the Australian dollar, we've got a slight pullback in motion, but keep an eye on this pattern because we could see a small intersection from around these levels, that is, to the bullish case, and therefore intercept, that is, to take the market back up towards 109. But overall, though, I feel the market may actually struggle beyond here and then eventually see a pullback and look back towards the downside. So I'm not overly bullish. In light of this pattern, I feel it's just more of a relief rally and therefore a little bit of profit taking from the short side and then eventually look back towards that 107.50 and reassess. Well, since the dollar yen bulls slammed on the brakes, the market is still holding above this trend line seen around 126.80 area. I do feel that further confirmation or support to give any indication to a bear case would be from a break of this trend, which it comes in, as I mentioned, around 126.80. If so, then that would see a significant downturn, at least towards 123, and reassess. Technicals have not fully supported this current pullback, but I feel the break of the trend should ignite further weakness. It is quite surprising that 130 figure has been supported for some time. And from where we are, the market actually is progressing further to the bullish case and therefore could see a further rise back towards that 131 region and reassess around 131.70-80. The technicals are a little bit firmer, so I feel that we have bottomed out once again, and let's see if this momentum can continue. The call was for a mild pullback in sterling Kiwi, and we got that overnight. And from the rebound in front of that 191, is attempting to recover some of the losses. Overall, though, I feel that we could still get a target of 194 or challenge, and then see a pullback to 191. I was a little bit apprehensive in terms of the gold from the break and confirming the shooting star that normally majority of the time when you see breaks of either support or resistance, the market tends to go back and retest those levels. And we can exactly see that. The break of 1,960 got re-challenged, and we're still holding to a negative bias when we look at the RSI and also the weak MACD. In light of the pattern, any topside attempts should still find 1,960.64 a good round of supply returning and eventually see a decline towards 1,920 to 26. Finishing up with oil, the rejection from that 109.50 area still at this stage is a little bit indecisive from where the previous candle from last night, but the technicals are still weak. In light of the pattern, I feel we're still destined to reach the target around $97 a barrel and then reassess from there. If we get a break, then we could see it down to about 93. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.